Welcome to the TRL show, Talking Real Life. I'm your host, Raquel Marie, with the Not So Christian in Me show, sponsored by Your Life Media. Today we have Miss Honeymoon here all the way from Tanzania. Yeah. She is my collegiate classmate. Yes. I've had a lot of classmates in here with me, guys, and I'm just so proud of them. I am so proud of her. She's here all the way from Tanzania, and she has something big coming for us. Come on, Honeymoon, what you have big for us coming, honey?
I have a film premiere in Schulenburg, Texas. Okay, Schulenburg, Texas.
Schulenburg, Texas, guys. Schulenburg, Texas. What is the name of your film?
Perfectly Oblivious.
Perfectly Oblivious. Okay, Honeymoon, tell us about this. What made you even come up with the concept of a perfectly oblivious movie? And tell us what it's about.
It's just a comedy drama film about two siblings. They're trying to find their dad after their mom passed away.
Okay.
A brother is pothead, and the sister, it's a kind of the next door girl who is doing everything right and everything goes wrong. And in their journey to go to find their father in Louisiana, from Texas to Louisiana, then they meet people, and the journey of find their fathers and realize the people that maybe could be their father. It was just kind of drama and comedy and funny to watch. And it's all about Texas land and Texas people.
It's all about Texas land and Texas people. She's bringing Tanzania to Texas, honey. Is that how you say it? Did I say it right? Tanzania to Texas, honey. That's what we're doing. Okay, so what brought the concept up?
I think I said to write the script, this 6 or 7 scene.
Okay.
The girl is in the bar and meet this two men, like the doctor and dentist. They're friends, so they come to talk to her, and she is cuckoo, and so she was like, "Yeah, you want to date me, and you want me to." You want my number, then talk to me next day, then you do me, then you're going to dump me. So that's particular. I started with that scene, and I was going through a lot in my life. So after I finished that scene, I was like, yeah, I could just fill in. So I started the middle of the script, then I fill the beginning of the script and the end, and I chose Texas because I've been here for almost 20-something years. It's home from home.
Okay, so let's rewind this. So you said that you were going through a lot in your life, right?
Yes.
Okay, and so we have a young lady and we have a young man, and they're trying to find their father. Okay, so which direction did you go? Did you take it upon from yourself? Because, you know, my show is all about helping others. And I really wish I would have had you here before Father's Day. But since you're here now, and I'm thankful for it now, okay, I want to know, when should we expect this movie to be finished and done for us to see, and where can we find it?
Okay, it's done completely. We are going to premiere in Schulenburg, Texas next month on the Tuesday, July 26th.
Okay.
It will be Tuesday. Then we'll premiere there. I'm working to get like a film studio here.
Okay.
Try to premiere maybe like a kind of premiere. If I don't get it, maybe I'll just go to the movie theater.
Okay.
Then I'm working to dump it in Amazon.
Okay. Wow.
Actually, it's like I work with people that I went to school with. I went with them in TSU and San Jacinto. I keep going with people that I went to school with. So I have a couple of them. I went to school with them in San Jacinto, and 2 men from HCC, and Tori was from TSU. So it's like I'm just keeping my people and keep working with them.
Okay, so we're networking and we're making moves with the people that we went to school with. Is that what you said?
Of course.
Okay, so if we have anybody out there who actually wants to go into film, or who actually wants to make a film or go into production, what would you tell them right now? Because you're doing the thing right now, honey. You are doing it. It's nothing that you're saying you're manifesting. It's nothing that you're saying you're going to try to do. It's nothing that you're saying that you will do. This is what you're doing. So if there's somebody out there that wants to get into production, that wants to maybe make a short film, that wants to go into a film festival, what would you tell them? What's the first thing that they need to do?
Making film now, it's easier than 1960 and 1970.
Okay.
You had to have big camera. Nowadays, you have iPhone 13.
Okay.
You can shoot that thing in 4K and shoot it. Like, start now. Start yesterday, if you could.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, because film, like, you don't want to die with your story. If you're a storyteller, you don't want to die with it. You are the one, you have to tell it, and you don't want to die with everything that you have, that you were given to give.
Yes.
So I feel like if you're a filmmaker, you can't say, oh, I'm a filmmaker, I want to be a filmmaker. It's either you have or you don't. It's like you want to be a filmmaker right now, go direct it. If you want to be a director, direct it. If you want to be a producer, produce it. You know, the difference between us filmmaker and lawyers and doctors, it's we all finish TSU.
Yes,
Doctors
ma'am.
are guaranteed, those famous people, they're guaranteed to get a job.
Yes, ma'am.
Lawyers, they're guaranteed to get jobs.
Yes, ma'am.
And us, we're not guaranteed to get a job. It's
This
like
is true.
your job, it's your hand to write, your brain to think. Just start to produce. If you want to be a filmmaker, do it.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't, no. It's just you start from what you have to elevate to what you could or should be.
Okay. Okay, so she's Honeymoon is telling us that we just need to go for it. Don't die with your story, because you never know who you might affect with that particular story. Okay, so how do we get in contact? What if we're not at TSU? What if we're not at San Jacinto? What if we're not at HCC? What kind of resources do we need besides an iPhone or besides Final Cut Pro with the people, you know, because they teach us not to be a one-man band. So how can we get in contact with these people to help us? Like, okay, I need a cameraman, I need a lighting man, I need a voice, I need a sound man. So how will we get these people? Are there any resources out there for us to kind of gather these people to make us a team?
Yeah, before you start to want,
Yes, ma'am.
I think we should start to give. Volunteer to other people project. That's where you're going to meet people that eventually will help you.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's like from the beginning, think about which project coming next. Like people, they post on their Facebook, just drop a line like, hey, you're going on set. Should I come to help? Should I just give people coffee?
Yes, ma'am.
You just, I remember I worked on a project and I was like best boy kind, just to give people coffee and just, we want paper from here. I went on that project not because I want to learn wherever giving people coffee.
Okay.
No, I wanted to meet people. And eventually I met some people that I have their contact now, and we communicate like, hey, I want to do film. Okay, I have this number, take this in that.
Okay.
So I think you have to give before you receive.
I like that.
Yeah.
I love that. Say that again, honey.
You have to give to receive.
Yes, you have to give to receive, honey.
Yeah.
I love that, Honeymoon. That is great advice. So she's saying that we have to give to receive. Are there any more projects? Okay, you know what? Let's rewind. Before this major project that you have, can you tell us a little bit about your history? Like, where did you come from? Like, what started you into film?
Profession-wise, I come from journalism.
Okay.
So my first love is print.
Okay.
So I did print back home. Then I came here. I went to TSU. Then I was hired by Voice of America. I was line producer. I did line producing, but I'm not for film. I think I was made for. I'm not for TV. I was made for film. So I was not happy with what I was doing. So I decided to go back where I have to hustle, and there's no guarantee of paycheck for now. But I love doing film than television. So my background in journalism, I did print. I did. I've never do radio, but I did print and television before I just turned to film. And another thing that I love the most, and I feel like it means a lot to me, I'm an author of children's books. Yeah.
Tell us more.
The series called Amani. Amani, it's series of books about this little girl go to different country in Africa, experience tourism, culture and education at the same time. I want to entertain little kids while informing them about the history of Africa or about the leisure, how to travel Africa. So I have already published 3 books. The first one called Amani Wonders in Serengeti. The second one, Amani swims with mermaid in Zanzibar, and the third one is Amani dances with whale in Madagascar. I'm about to print Kenya and Rwanda this December. So it's like my idea is to have this journey of printing 54 books, the whole African continent plus the island. So it's when you're indie, nobody is backing up. You have to back yourself. I have to do a weird job to be able to publish my books. But this is the project that's really goes with my soul. I just want to entertain little kids and give them that, when they see the cartoon, like it's look like them, it's African kids, and to remove the illusion that Africa is bad. Africa, it's jungle. It's not jungle. It's a beautiful place to be. So that's what I feel is my mission, to educate the little ones.
Okay, so where can we find these books? Because I'm
Amazon, baby.
I'm interested in trying to pop open a book now. I want all three. You said there's three.
There are three. Yeah.
Okay, and how do we find them on Amazon? Can you spell those for us?
AMANI. Amani.
Okay.
They have Amani books. If you type my name, Honeymoon Al Jabir, on Amazon, then my book will pop. I'm on even Walmart.com. Target, all those major stores. I have my books online, so you have to demand them to get them and support me, so I'll be able to support the mind of the little ones.
Yes, Honeymoon, I'm here for this. So we need to get on Amazon, we need to get on Target, we need to get on Walmart, and we're going to support Honeymoon. Tell us how you spell your name so we can look up Armani, and we're going to get all three editions. I know I am, because I'm already interested. I'm already interested in getting these books. I think I saw a snippet of it back 5 years ago, because I mean, me and Honeymoon go back about 7 years. Is it 7? That's 7 years.
I think more.
5? Okay, more. Look, we go back, honey, like flats on a Cadillac. Do you hear me? So I'm going to get all three of these books, and I want y'all to go out there and get all three as well. Okay, so Honeymoon, tell us how to spell your name.
It's HONEYMOON. Honeymoon. Like when people they get married, that's my first. Then go somewhere nice. That's my first name. Second, it's a hard one. So it's ALJABRI. Honeymoon Al Jabir.
Okay, Honeymoon Al Jabra. I totally butchered it. I'm so sorry, Honeymoon.
No, it's okay.
But I know how to spell it now, and I know how to look those books up.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. I got you. Honey. Like, you're doing great things, Honeymoon.
Trying.
And no, you're doing. Yeah, you are doing. Okay, so another question. So now that we're talking about the book, so my thing is, a lot of people don't know how to get into, they have stories, but they don't know how to get into like publishing and get their work and getting their work out there. How would you kind of break it down for them in simple form, few steps on how they will get their story going and get their books published? Because I mean, us as African Americans, all of us as just U.S. citizens have stories nowadays.
Yeah.
And if we could just tell each other our stories and be a little more empathetic and sympathetic for each other, I think we can make the world go round even smoother. So give us a little insight on how we get our stories out there and how we could possibly get our stories published.
So I think the first one, if you just want to write for fun and you just have to write for leisure, Amazon is a good place that you can publish your own.
Okay.
You do not need a publisher for them.
Okay.
And you don't pay them. And then they have this kind of hybrid publishers that when you Google them, nowadays Google is everything, they'll pop, then you agree the agreement, like you pay half and they give the service half.
Okay.
Then when the money comes, you divide it. And then if your story is really good, try to find the old-fashioned publisher so they buy the right. It's not right. They'll have everything done for you. You just give the manuscript and they'll do everything. Those ones are hard to get. So you have these two options. If you have a little money to start, you can do hybrid. And if you don't have money, I think Amazon is a really good place to publish. Start blogging. If you're a writer, I don't think writer needs to be told to write.
That's right.
If you wait somebody to say, "Oh, start to write your story," you're not a writer. You just say somebody who want to write.
Yeah.
I sleep with my notebook because sometimes I feel like to turn the computer will take me time. Just put my notebook, write the thought I have, and continue to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning, I'll turn my computer and put that thought in. So sometimes you don't have even to publish. Write for yourself first.
Yes, ma'am.
I started to write my cooking book, giving my friend recipes. Like, yeah, you want to cook? I'll write for you. Just go test and bring it back. And they bring it. Come on, honey, can you give me another one? And before I knew I had like almost 100 of them, then I was like, oh, I can put them together and start to work on it. So it's like, keep writing. Writing is a beautiful thing. It's like, I think that's the best boyfriend you'll ever have. It'll never break your heart.
Yeah. So should we be looking for a cookbook?
Oh yeah, I'm almost done. Like, I know I'm putting the pages together.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I love writing, and I don't feel like it's working to me. I feel like it's joy, and it's, you know, when you have bumpy, rumping relationship that you don't stick with boyfriend, so you turn to the pen and paper and keep writing, and that's the beautiful thing. When you get dumped, you have another movie. If you get, it's like really breakups give me like motivations. I don't know why. It's like when my heart is broken, I write a lot than when I'm happy.
Yeah.
So sometimes I look for that a little bit kick, like, oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
So to write, so.
I know that's right. I'm here for everything. You know what? And I can truly say that I'm not a writer, but I'm going to start tapping in, because sometimes, you know, people, and I'm not going to say me, but I know a lot of people out there, sometimes they found themselves, you know, in dark places. And you're saying that if they just tap into the notebook, or what about a book? Would you recommend just a book to read, or would you say kind of tap into writing that's very therapeutic?
You can't, I think, to me, you can't be a good writer if you don't read. You have to read other people's work to elevate yours. So reading is beautiful. I remember yesterday I was flying from New York to here. So at the airport, I bought a book. I read the whole thing at the airport because my plane was delayed. Then I gave another girl. She was like, oh, I'm going to Italy and I have like a long time. I was like, oh, this book I was reading is about Italy. Just take it. And she was happy. So it's like, read people's work. See other people's mind. It's like if you cook your food every day, you feel like, oh, I'm the best chef in the world. Not realizing, girl, you can cook. You can put your food. Then when you eat somebody else's food, you'll be like, where was I the whole time? So I think you have to read other people's material. You have to watch other people's movie, to listen to people. Sometimes they say when you listen more, you receive than when you talk. So it's the same thing. Read other people, then you'll be able to develop your idea and your style of writing.
You know what? Honeymoon has all the gems for us today. She says you need to be able to give in order to receive. You need to be able to read before you write, honey. You need to be able to open up a notebook and write out all of your therapeutic memories, all of your hurts, all of your harms, all of your pain. Honeymoon, give us something else that we should be looking forward to in the future after your movie comes out and premieres. What else should we be looking for from Honeymoon?
Okay, I'm African, and I feel like a lot of people, they don't understand us, and they usually think that we come from one country, and it's like a lot of countries. And we have African films, but each country they call, like me, I'm Tanzanian, so I could call, I make African film. That is not an African film, that's a Tanzanian film. So this time I went home and I tried to create African film. How I did it, I cast people from West, from North, from Central, from East, and I combine all of us, and we make this comedy drama film that will highlight us as African, because most of the time people, when they think about Africa, they think about feminine, they think about AIDS, they think about all these bad things. So I want to tell the world that Africa we love, and Africa we are beautiful. So that film will be out, I think, October, and it's really comedy. Actually, it's a lot of drama and dash of comedy. But I hope I'll be able to sell my continent, and people, they love it and they want to go to see what African can offer.
Okay, so she has a Texas movie. She's coming out with an African movie.
Texas home for 27 something years, man. I've been here.
You're Texan now, honey. You are a Texan now. We can honestly say that, can't we?
Yes, and the funny thing, like maybe let's say I'll be flying to Tanzania, and maybe anywhere in the world, I have two places that when the flight landing, I usually say, thank God I'm home. It's Houston, Texas, and Dodoma, Tanzania, where I was born. It's like a weird thing, like I will land in New York, the best place that I know I love New York, but I don't feel that I'm home.
Yeah.
But as soon as that tie touched George Bush or Harvey, like, oh, God, think I'm home.
I know that's
So
right.
this to me is home, far from home, and I really love Houston, You know, I don't live here permanently now. I do Seattle most of the time.
Okay.
But still, I don't feel Seattle the way I feel Houston. And I think I chose Houston to be home, and I will always be.
Okay. Okay, so if we have, are you looking, so my question to you, because I always think outside the box, and I always think about the people that are on the other side of the screen because they're watching us, and it may be some questions that they want to know. So, are you ever looking for interns or maybe people that want to invest in their future and maybe come work for free or get some coffee or pull a curtain? Because there's so many successful people out here, actors and producers and directors, and they started by pulling curtains or, like you said, getting coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope, I'm trying to put my penny inside my bin. Hopefully, the end of this year, I'll make a film in Houston and Houston, Louisiana. And then I'll need people, it's like I need volunteer, I need actors, I need people who maybe we can help each other. Because I believe we are never stop learning. I'll learn from the intern.
That's right.
And somehow they'll learn from me because we trade the idea. Somebody will be just an intern that will bring the idea that I'll carry it for the rest of my life. So I feel like to work with people, that is ideally. We work with people to grow.
That's right.
So if you really want to be a filmmaker, the young filmmaker there, please give yourself, volunteer. That will be it. And start to write. If you're a writer, write, because not everybody is a writer. Not everybody wants to be a director. If you are actor and you say you want to be actor and you have never acted in front of camera, you're not actor. You don't want to be actor. You have idea of wanting to be actor. If you want to be actor, take the camera, the phone, act. You have the world premiere movie theater, TikTok, Instagram. Just sell yourself. Show us what you can give.
Yes, honey.
Then you call yourself an actor, because actor is not the one acting.
That's right.
The actor is, the professional acting, that they're working. That's the career job.
That's right.
Actors, to me, there's the filmmaker like me, who are still teeny, because we have to work different job to feed our desire.
Right.
I'm still feeding my desire, and it's eating me alive, because I know one day maybe TRL will see my things and say, oh, let me invest to this woman. I have something to show him. If, just assume, okay, you call yourself filmmaker, and from Blue Moon, you get the opportunity to meet TRL or Spielberg and say, give me your work so I can see who you are. What are you going to give? You have to prepare to be lucky. You will never say, oh, those people are lucky. They're not lucky, they are prepared. When lucky meet preparation, that's magic, baby.
Oh, yes.
Prepare yourself. You never know. Maybe one day TRL will get flat tire and you rescue him and ask what you do. Oh, I'm a filmmaker. Show me what you have. And, oh, I'm thinking to become one. No, you're not supposed to think. You're supposed to do while you're thinking.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us, we've talked about the interns. Mm-hmm. How do you kind of scout for your actresses and actors? How do you do that? If there's somebody out there maybe is famous on TikTok or is famous on Instagram and they want to get into a real production, because you have a real production going on. I mean, I've seen the trailer, and I want you to tell us about the trailer as well, but I've seen the production, I've seen the trailer, and so how did you scout these actors and actresses? How can they get on maybe the next project that you may have?
Usually I put on social media, like I'm casting, and if I want you, I'll stalk you on your social media. I will go writing to you, and I'll try. I believe the worst thing you'll tell me it's no. And it's already there. So like this time around, the actor that I got, she's from South Africa, and she's big. She has her show on Netflix, I think, her comedy stand-up. I stalked her on I think it was Facebook, Instagram. I kept writing her message, hey, I want to work with you. Her name is Tumi Morike. She's big in Africa.
Okay.
Now she lives in Atlanta. I stalked her on social media, I think almost 1 year. And I think she ended up to give up. I was like, maybe this woman is crazy. Then she was like, if you want to work with me, this is my manager's number. Then I reached to her manager, and boom. This time around, I have her on my show. I have her on my film. So it's like, be there. Like, I think like filmmaker, if they want to work with you and they see your stuff, I won't assume you know how to act if I don't see anything on your page.
Right.
But if I see something on your page and I like it, I'll reach out. It's like, hey, is it possible? And another one, actually, I stalked another girl. She's from South Africa, but she lives in New York. Her name is No. She's a poetry.
Okay.
I saw her and I was like, oh my God, I really love to work with her. And I reached out. It took like 3 years for us to agree to work in project. And this time around, I worked with her. So it's like, put your stuff out there. If you want people to see, put out your stuff out there. Because good thing we have opportunities different between us and people who were trying to be actors and actresses from 90s or 80s. Because you have to know somebody in Hollywood. But nowadays, you don't have to know anybody in Hollywood, and you can make it. You can find different routes to go where you want to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep writing, keep acting.
Honeymoon has all the gems today. Like I said, I'm going to tell you, if you need Honeymoon, tell us, how can we reach out to you? How can we reach out to you? What is your social media platform? And I need every single last one of them, because what Honeymoon is dropping today, if you're not interested, you need to pass the information to somebody else, because I know that they're going to be interested in what she has to say, because I'm not an actress, okay? I'm not a writer, okay? But I am all ears for what Honeymoon is saying, because she's motivating me to open my pen and pad up. She's motivating me to put my phone up and let's start a TikTok, honey, because I'm trying to go where Honeymoon is going. Okay? So Honeymoon, where can we follow you, honey?
Honey Aljabir.
Okay.
Like honey at honey ALJABRI. That is my Instagram, and my Facebook, I think, is Honey Mohammed.
Okay.
Yeah, then you get me.
Honey Mohammed on Facebook.
And I think if you Google my full name, everything will pop. Honeymoon Aljabir. So my full name is Honeymoon Aljabir. Like a lot of people who know me, knows me, they call me Honey. So that's why I end up with Honey. I feel like I'm that.
Yes, honey.
But it's Honeymoon Aljabir, and you can find me, and they find my book, my film, and everything that I have.
Okay, and Honeymoon, on the TRL, because we talk real life, we always want to end our show on a motivational note. I want you to tell those people out there one more time, what is it that they can take away from this interview? Because, like I said, you are spilling all the gems, honey.
I think they should believe in their thoughts, and they should listen to their inner voice. That voice that we tend to ignore, that voice is so powerful. That voice usually tell us what we need to hear, and we tend to ignore it. So listen to yourself first, and agree with yourself that you're meant to be who you want to be. Like if you want to be a filmmaker, be it. If you want to be an actor, be it. If you want to be a doctor, and go for it, because people are needed out there, and we need to believe in each other. We need to give before we receive.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You heard it from Honeymoon herself. Honeymoon, tell us one more time, when will your movie premiere and where can we find it?
My film will be premiere in Schulenburg, Texas, July 26th, 2022. Okay. And hopefully by October will be in Amazon. And you can see the trailer. It's on my YouTube channel, Honey Mohammed. Then you'll see everything that I do there.
We are talking with Honeymoon, guys. Y'all have no idea how much she means to me. Her project is coming out.
Thank you.
And I cannot wait to see it. I need you to go to her YouTube channel, watch the trailer, because she's doing way more than big things. And like I said, we always end talking real life on a positive note. And like Honeymoon said, if you are out there and you have a dream that you are trying to succeed at, you just need to start, honey. Like Honeymoon said, you have to give in order to receive. And if you're picking up notebook paper after the writer to get started, you better pick that notebook paper up. If you're closing curtains after the show over, close the curtains, honey, because there are too many successful people that have started at the bottom. If you're not willing to start at the bottom, you're not willing to start the race. This is Honeymoon. I'm Raquel Marie, and we're talking real life. See you guys later. Honeymoon, I love you so much. You are awesome. Do you know that?
Yeah.
You are awesome. You got
I
a
went
lot
to school
going
dope
on.
people, man.
You have a lot going on, honey.
Thank you.
How do you do it all? I mean,
because to me it's easy because it's not a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, but you go from state to state. You just left. You were here last week, and then you went up to New York, and then you were in New Orleans. As soon as you landed, you got on the road. You got to New Orleans. I mean, you're just getting it done, honey.
Yeah, it's like you feel like if you don't do it, somebody else will do it, and the way they do it is not the way you want it. So
yeah.
We have this limit time given in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know when is your last day. So you just have to give everything you have.
Yes, ma'am.
Because to wake up in the morning is blessing.
Yes, it is.
Like, it's not guaranteed tomorrow I'll be here. So like the day that I am here, this moment I've been given, I want to use it and to celebrate what God created.
Girl, you are a black girl that is rocking, honey. You are a rocking black girl.
Thank
you.
You
do not know how proud I am of you.
I am proud of you.
I'm proud of you,
the first day I saw TMZ, I was like, I went to class with her. We used to do homework together. It's like she's my buddy. We sit in the same chair. And
yes, honeymoon.
Yes.
That's, you know what? People talk a lot of smack about TSU, baby, but TSU has a lot of people coming out of there. Yeah. A lot of extraordinary people, honey. I mean, top of the notch people. And I cannot help but thank all of my professors.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that I went to TSU. Honestly speaking, like I couldn't do any different, even if I got a chance to go maybe even Harvard.
Yeah,
I could choose TSU because what it gave to me it's different. It just gave me the sense of belonging and feel myself like I belong somewhere.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so that you don't go get it in your veg. Come on. Mm-hmm. You don't get that feeling of being you and be celebrated. Yeah. Be you. So I'm grateful I went to TSU and like I didn't understand it, Dr. B. I was always mad and crazy about but
why
when
though?
I understood her, I was like, you know what? I have to love her to be able to pass her class.
But that's because she challenged you. Look at you now. She challenged you, honeymoon. She challenged you.
The end of the end of the semester, I loved her. I was like, oh shit, this woman. That's man. I've never cried because professor challenged me.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm a little bit good. Mm-hmm. So it's just that I was like, I'm not going to get the first C. She's going to give me F. So, that's.
And what did you end up making?
B plus, mama.
A B plus.
Yeah.
And a lot of people didn't even pass the first time. Yeah. So come on, honey, you did something right.
I loved her. I promised myself, love this woman. Yeah. You'll be able to listen to her. You know, when you love something and you tend to ignore all the negative things
Yeah.
that come with it. You just take only the positive.
That's right.
So when I made myself to love her, I could only see the good things. And all her bad thing that she was doing, and people are complaining, I tried to block it. Then I found myself like writing things like the way she wants. I found myself to go to knock on her door, like, hey, I really want to pass your class. Tell
Yeah.
me whatever I can do to pass your class. I
That's
don't
right.
have money to repeat this class, and I don't have time the most. So I went there. She gave me the extra credit to do, and I made sure I'm first in her class, last to leave, asking questions, and before I know, my grade were like, whew, whew. I was like, yes.
You had to break it through, honey. Amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's woman is strong.
That is amazing. Okay, now we're doing a little behind the scenes talking. Y'all can have that conversation too. But Honeymoon is so amazing. Y'all, please,
we were
please.
live. Oh, Dr. B, I'm sorry. I really love you. You have to understand that.
You're challenging us, Dr. B. Keep on doing what you're doing, lady. Keep on doing what you're doing,
Man,
honey.
when you love somebody, things change.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did. So everybody who maybe in TSU right now taking Dr. B class,
Yeah.
don't get scared. She'll come tough. Yeah, like, woo. Just love her.
That's
as
right.
soon as you love her, everything will melt and you're going to pass her difficult classes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. If you're out there, you're at TSU, and you're taking Dr. B, honey, you better pass that class and love her, honey, because she's going to love you right on back with them papers. This is my girl, Honeymoon, guys.
Man.
She's all the way from Tanzania, Africa.
Yeah,
This
baby.
has been a pleasure. You have no idea.
East Africa, mama.
East Africa. You have no idea.
I love you, girl.
I love you too, girl. This is a black girl, and she is rocking, and we're going to sign out now, guys.
Bye.
Bye.